to the Pistrano Show. In today's little show, we're going to talk about some upgrades I have done to the Redcat Ascent 10th scale. We're going to talk about some mail calls that I've got pertaining to other builds. And then I also got a mail call for the little Ascent. And I'll be doing that today. So I don't know. We got some good stuff to go over. So all right. So first, so I've used H-Tech in the past. Let me show you here. This bumper, this Ascent bumper, is made by H-Tech. It's solid aluminum. This grill is also solid aluminum. That's from H-Tech. We got the rear bumper, which is also from H-Tech, which it also has a place for a trailer hitch, but I don't run any trailers, so. And then the wheels. Get this thing set up there. So these wheels are made by H-Tech, and I don't know if you've been on their site, but you need to go on their website. It's H and then Tech. Go on their website, look around, and look at their wheels. They make probably the best looking wheels that there are. Very sturdy, just overall well CNC'd parts, just beautiful. Everything, all the edges are rounded. There's no sharp edges. It comes with a cover. If you want to cover your nut, they have covers for them. But I chose just to go for the nut, so I don't have to take off the covers all the time. A lot of people like that, but I don't. I change stuff so much that I'd really rather go with this. Another cool feature that they do. See the best way to get this on camera. Oh, we opened up. But down here at the front wheel, see this brass ring? Those are the front wheel weights. So they're separate. You don't have to use them. But if you buy a set of those, it adds, I don't know, 145 grams to the front of the vehicle, which really helps get you that 60-40 split. So yeah, H-Tech's got it going on. So I check their site every once in a while, and it looks like they always have new stuff. So let me show you what I picked up. So this had plastic rock sliders and a plastic transmission plate. So all three of these were just plastic. This piece here makes all the difference. Easier to put your links in. The screws go straight in. There's no hang up, which makes it so much easier to take apart and put back together. Same with these. Oh shoot, I forget what we call them. Anyway, these as well. They'll protect your chassis. They protect your electronics. Good heavy duty stuff. And when you got a vehicle that looks like this, it's 100% metal Now it's 100% metal or carbon fiber except for the transmission. I've yet to find a transmission that I can bolt in to get rid of all the plastic. You know, I don't like plastic anymore. I've built, you know, hundreds of plastic vehicles. And I don't know if you notice this, but all the ones that I build here lately, basically that's what I'm doing. I'm getting rid of everything stock and making it into something different. Like this one right here, I've got all the parts to build this stock except for the transmission. But every other piece I have in a box over there, just in case I need them. I mean, it's so smooth. This is by far one of my best crawlers ever. So, everybody will say it's too much flex, but anytime you can just do that and it just sits there, it's a lot of flex. Too much? Maybe. Is it really cool? Absolutely. Almost got it to balance. Problem is the shocks are so freeing. But anyway, 4-wheel steering, does crab walk. Pretty cool truck. So the transmission mount is just that. Only thing that mounts to it is the transmission, and then the screws go through to hold in the links. On this side, I have my Furatech ESC. I'm not sure. This is the Furatech 10. And I'm not sure what the name on the ESC is anymore. But on the other side, you can see I've got my radio link receiver, as I do in every one of my builds. Because why change something that's not broke? All right. Plus, Radio Link treats me very well, so I'm glad to have them as a supporter to our channel. Anywho, so yeah, that's it. Got all the wires covered. The battery mounts up front here. Plugs right in here. The on button's here on the side. And that's it. She's ready to go. I have more parts coming. I have a gear cover made by our friends at SPI Print. He does a lot of truck specific parts. I can't remember what else I got. I'm not sure. But I know I got the transmission cover, or the gear cover, which I'm excited about. He makes these with a receiver box, so you can go crawling in the mud. But I had already ordered these, so I decided I'd just go ahead and use them. Yeah, this is a Komodo 10, 2000 kilovolt. So, pretty cool truck, I think. It's got the RS700 NSDRC servos. Can't go wrong with that. I actually have this set up to magnet on the vehicle, but I got to put my magnets on these new posts. I might do that later today. So yeah. This one's good to go. All right. If you have any questions about this build, please feel free to comment below. I try to answer every comment that I can. And if not, I'll point you in the right direction to get the answer. So, all right, let's move on. I gotta get those magnets put on that post so that top quits bumping around. All right, let's talk about some mail stuff. First, as you know, the channel does get some sponsorship parts to test, to try, to build, and of course to promote them. Now, I do not promote parts that I don't like, that don't work, that are cheap, that are junk. So keep that in mind. If I'm promoting them, that means that they're really a decent product. Right now, I don't have stickers for all my sponsors, so let's go through those first. So, Hyperflow fans. We'll review those on the next big build, of course, starting Monday. And we'll see how those work, and we'll promote for them as we see fit. But I've heard a lot of good news about them, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be a part of all my builds from now on. So we'll see, but I just got a good feeling. The next one without a sticker is SBI Prints. They made these stands for the next big project. I want a gray and blue because that's kind of what the truck's going to be. And so, we got these. This one's specific to the front axle. He's sending me another one of these since we've got four-wheel steering. So we'll have two of these to make sure we can hold the truck properly. But as you can see, these are some of the best printed parts I've ever seen in my life. I mean, these are like you had them injection molded. I mean, they're that high quality. He's also the one that makes the parts for the Ascent. And he will also be making parts for the HS10 Optic by Vanquish. Him and I both bought one of those when they first came out, so I can't wait to see what he makes for that. He's a pretty smart guy, so he has a lot of great ideas and abilities that a lot of us don't have, especially me. So SBI Prints. He's on Instagram now, and he's also on Etsy. SBI Prints. One word. All right. Great sponsor for the channel. Love them. Next would be Radiolink. Radiolink has been working with me for, almost a year and a half, 2 years now. They hook us up when necessary with parts. Anything new that comes out, they'll usually send me within reason. They sent me a drone once. You guys saw the drone video. Then I've got every vehicle I've made has Radiolink receivers in it. And then the RX8 or RC8X controller, absolutely the best out. I mean, there is one that I feel that's better, but it's like $1,000. So I could buy 4 RC8Xs and share them with my friends, or I could buy one of the Futaba tins and play with myself. So anyway, that's why I stay with Radiolink. Great stuff. Next big controller they send out or start making, we'll have that on the channel to go over and review. I'll tell you, I've never had one problem with the receivers, and I've gone through, oh man, I don't even know, in the last 2 years, maybe 40, maybe. I'm not sure. But it's a ton of receivers, all the way from 8 channel down to 4 channel. If it's a 18 scale, I usually run a 4 channel or 6 channel. 1/10 scale, it really could be any of them, because the 8 channel, is not that big. So whenever I can run the 8 channel, I do, because it has more voltage output. And you never know if you want lights or something else. So next we got our little board here, Injora. Injora's been a great friend of the show now for a few months. They provide some awesome parts. A lot of the stuff I buy too, but I mean, if you look, like this Ascent, it's got all their parts on it, and it's a great little truck. Me, I usually go a lot further, but since I'm trying it just with the Injora parts, it's working great. Still a great crawler. And I have a little package from them over there that we'll talk about a little bit later. And SDRC, oh man, I bought probably 20 of them before I actually got involved with the company. So they're, I've been bragging on them since day one. Absolute best servos you can get. You've got direct powered servos, which, go in like the SCX6 or the my Rift. I had direct power servos, and what that is you can power them straight from a battery, a dedicated battery, or a shared battery, but usually a dedicated battery, so that they have all the power they need. So like if it's rated for 4S, you just stick them on a 4S battery, plug them into your receiver, and you're good to go. And then the others, the ones that do it the normal way through the servo cord, we found they're just as powerful. You do see some, as the battery starts to wear down, you do see a little bit of change, but that's just because like these big trucks and these big wheels and tires, they get heavy. But you put a fresh battery in there and you let her eat. Best servos in the market. So next up, this is a relatively new sponsor. So I've been using Vidavon since the Rift, I think. So the Rift was a full Vidavon build. That one I did myself because I like the parts. Then when I built my SCX6, it was 100% Vidavon. And that turned out just amazing. So I reached out to them on this mega build, and they became a sponsor. A lot of the deals are not 100% free stuff, but even if you get just a little discount, that helps out a lot when you're spending, $7 grand on a build. Yeah, I know you guys think that's stupid, but it happens. And then it, you know, my $1,000 Creighton 6S's sitting here. One of them's now up to about 2,500, and the other one's up to about 4,500, 5,000 in parts. So when this is what you do, you want to do it right, and you want to make it so it's not like anybody else's. So that's what I do. Then we have Trail. Trail came on as a partial sponsor a couple months ago. We haven't really done any projects since then with Trail, but it looks like we got a couple coming up. H10 Optic that they might provide some goodies for. So, 90% of the time on a TRX4M, I would use Trail on everything: portals, axle, links, wheels, all that good stuff. Trail would provide. So, or not provide, but you can get it. It's always nice to be able to go to sites and see all the parts that you could put into your vehicle. So you got to be careful with which vehicles you buy, and that's what I struggle with. I put a lot of effort into figuring out which new vehicle everybody's going to decide to make parts for, and that's hard to do. I got lucky on the TRX4M. It became an explosion of suppliers and parts. And so it was fun finding the best combo, comparing Trail to Mias and Injora to Mias and all these parts. So that's why the TRX4M took off. Everybody got interested because there was so much availability and so many different ways you could build your vehicle, and you could be special. Each one is special. So that was a really cool time. The Ascent, if it wasn't for DSM and the chassis and H-Tech on the other parts, that one wouldn't have been so great, because it really doesn't have, nobody's out there making parts for the Ascent, other than what I just said. So there's no big market to choose from. You either buy a 3D printed part or you buy H-Tech. So that's how that build went. And then the Creightons, there's a huge market for the Creightons. You got several companies fighting over your business. The only problem is that when these companies started making parts for these vehicles, they made a lump sum. So let's say, we'll just say a motor mount. So they decided to make 1,000 motor mounts, and then they've been selling them this whole time. And now, after a brief period, they're starting to run out of everything. So anytime you go to one of the big names for the Creighton 6S, they're out of it. It's out of stock. And you have no idea if they'll ever make it again. So that's how the Creighton's going. But I think we did a pretty good job. The Losi's easy. There's everything out there for the Losi minis. The Team Associated 14B. There's a good following for that, but there's really not a whole lot of major upgrades. And then you got the Redcat Ascent, which has a little bit of a following. I mean, there's a little. basically Injora has decided to make parts for this, which is fantastic. I think Trio makes a little bit, but nobody's really digging in like the TRX4M except for Injora. And then next, the SCX6. You got Vidavon and a little bit of parts here and there from everybody else, but Vidavon makes the SCX6 parts. So if you want a killer SCX6, you've got to go to Vidavon. Vidavon also is making parts now for the Creightons, which I'm going to order new A-arms for the show Creighton from Vidavon. I'm pretty excited about that. They look way better, and I know they're going to be way stronger, so it'll be a good look. And then after that, we got the H10 Optic, and I know that SBI Prince will be making stuff for it. And I don't know of any parts out. Or I know there's some little parts out, but it's probably going to be like the Creighton again, where it's certain suppliers carrying certain items and, not a huge marketplace for it. So anyway, that's our current sponsors, and I got one more big one that I've been talking to. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully we can add them to the list. They would make a great partner. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Let's do a couple things. So I used to have one of these back in the day, but I keep forgetting, and I finally bought one. Cellmaster 8. So what this does, this tells you when you plug it in what type of voltage you're getting on each cell. You can make sure that it's balanced properly, make sure you don't have any dead cells, so on and so forth. It also has a spot to where you can test your servo, and then a dial for that. So the battery part is pretty simple. All right, so totally, this is a 14.8 volt 4S 1P. Here we've got 16 volts, 0.53, and that's a 93%. Here we have the fourth cell is 4.177. I should move this up a little bit. So yeah, here's the first cell, 4.119. Second cell, I hate this. So min-max differentiary. So between all four cells, I've only got a 0.06 difference. Here we have the total volts again. Oh, yep. So let's get this back to 1. First cell is 4.119. Second is 4.117. 4.128. 4.177. So yeah, this percentage, max voltage per cell is 4.177. The minimum is 4.117, and then the difference, the highest difference between cell 2 and cell 4, 0.06. So that tells you a lot about the battery. And I mean, it's just a very useful tool. Plus, these are anywhere from $8 to $12 on Amazon. I think I paid $12 because I wanted the servo tester part. So yeah, it's a good little thing to keep in your case. If you got a problem with the battery or you're not sure it's charging right, well, you click it in here and see what it's doing. So probably the best $12 you can spend in the RC world. Next up is not $12. Sky RC, a GNSS performance analyzer. So it's USB-C charged. It connects to your phone, and it's basically a GPS tracker. So it can tell you where the vehicle's at. It can tell you how fast, like what's the top speed, what's the current speed, all kinds of data from this little box. So if you have a vehicle that's a fast vehicle, you just make sure you have that on it. It needs to be outside because it is using, satellites and shit. So, yeah, you put it on the vehicle and let her eat. And you can watch it on your phone, or you can check it after you're done driving, which I suggest. I don't suggest texting and driving. It's bad. People get hurt. Sorry there's not much more I can show you on this. I might pull some screen grabs from the app. Sky RC is also the one that my scales that I have, the weight scales for each wheel, that's a Sky RC thing too. So they all go to the same app, which is kind of nice. All right, let's move on. So we've got the big boy, little boy, RC Redcat Ascent 18, and here we have stainless steel links for the 1/18 Redcat Ascent 18. Everybody got that? Oh, cool. I got some heat marks on my needle nose. I was doing some work yesterday with some torches, and must have hit those pretty hard. Alright, so these are put together the same as the TRX-4M. It's a bad day. I'm going to be doing these right after the video, so I might as well just get them out. So just like the TRX-4M, you've got the balls and the link ends here. You put those together by popping them in. There's no spacers in these, I noticed. And then the stainless steel link rods. These are skinnier. The ends, I mean, they're using ball ends for the SCX24. So yeah. Yeah, those lower links are going to be a pain in the ass. But anyway, there are the links. There are the link ends. And there's our Injora sticker. Alright, what else we got? We've got, you guys have seen these. These are the rear links that are going on the show truck. These are working great on the basher, so I wanted to make sure I got some of these for the show truck. We are still waiting on the fronts for the show truck. I'm not sure when they're going to be here, but I'm guessing it's around June 4th or somewhere like that. Everything's coming in June 4th. So here you have the screws to use with the nuts. I use flange nuts, so I don't use these. But yeah, these are just fantastic. The only weird thing is that they don't say GPM on them like the red ones. Maybe it's just because it's silver. I don't know. Like this one goes on this side. It should say GPM right there. Oh well. It don't. So we got those. I'll be doing that later today too. And I guess I should show one last thing. These I had. I don't know if you guys remember these or not. But before I got the H-Tech wheels on the Redcat, I had these Vidavon wheels. The fronts have the super weight and extension. So this is an extension with the huge weight. Two fronts. And then the two rears have an extension with a smaller weight. Still heavy, but just not as heavy as the front. And I think I'm going to use these on the H10 Optic. I got the blue body, so I might as well use the blue wheels. They're here. I've already paid for them, so that's a good thing. But, and then I also found these. I was going through some other boxes, and I got these stainless or aluminum hexes that have the screw-in pin, which I like very much. So we'll be putting those on there too, unless it already has a screw-in pin. I don't know, but if it is, I'll be the first one besides the big boys that have that. So I think that's it for today. I mean, I got a lot of stuff coming. I got some new stuff coming from Scorched that'll be on the show truck. And the stuff I take off the show truck, which is actually really good stuff, will go on the basher. I'm putting in a locked center diff in the show truck, and I'll put my Arma red can center diff in the basher. Well, everybody, I'd like to say thank you for watching the show today. I hope you had fun. If you had fun, please subscribe. Hit the like button, ring the bell, all that good stuff. Let me know that what I'm doing is something you like. We're really close to 1,000 followers. So once we hit that, I'll do a giveaway for a JRX2. And I'm sure I'll give away some other stuff as well. So it's going to be a bigger giveaway. All good stuff. I think we're only like 14 away from 1,000. 14 subscribers. So tell your friends. Every RC guy, I would hope, would understand what I'm trying to do here, and it's all for fun. And hitting that 1,000 subscriber would really mean a lot to me. I never would have thought it. I mean, we're not a huge channel, but 1,000 people, I mean, that's pretty cool, right? I'm an old man. I'm not as tech savvy as my kids are, and they don't have 1,000 followers or subscribers, so haha, I beat them at their own game. All right, everybody, we will talk again soon. If not this weekend, we will definitely be talking on Monday to review everything about the big mega build, SCX6 mega build. And we'll go through each part as an overview, and then videos will follow where we install and talk about the installation and how easy or hard it was, and so on and so forth. So mark that on your calendar. And on June 3rd, Monday, I'll be doing the mega build video. So it should be fun. And if we ever hit the 1,000 followers, I'll be posting that we're doing a giveaway. So look out for that too. That's why you should subscribe. I mean, I only do usually 1 to 2 videos a week. Unless there's something people are really wanting to know, and then I might do a third. So I'm not bugging you. I'm not pestering you. You barely get 2 notices a week from my channel. But you could see the giveaway and have a chance to enter it. You might see future giveaways. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. And we'll see you here next time on the Pistrino Show.